Hey, don't look so terrified. They're going to love you. I know they keep putting this meeting off, but I think they finally come around. Dad certainly seemed like he wanted to get to know you. Oh, Mom? She's kinda hard to get a read on. Sometimes when it seems like she likes something, she'll suddenly do a 180 and start hating it. But that goes both ways. I'm sure once she finally lays eyes on you, that she'll adore you. Well, we're here. I'm a little surprised you didn't choose the Cayman Cafe for our meetup. Oh, I see. I guess I can understand how going there after the whole Veronica thing would be awkward. How are you holding up after all that? I know Liv has been visiting a therapist, but have you considered going to see one? Don't try to fool me, brother. I can see those shadows under your eyes. You haven't been sleeping. You're having nightmares again, aren't you? Of her? Have you told Olivia? No. Why not? I can guarantee that Olivia will not think of you as a burden. Take it from a fellow she-wolf. Olivia would want to help you through this, just like you're helping her through her own traumas. She knows that she wasn't the only one affected by Veronica's attack, and you're just as much a victim. She would want you to hold it all in. Promise me that you'll talk with her about it tonight. Good. Well, shall we? There they are. See the two Arctic wolves by the window? Now that's our mother Kelly, and the man sitting beside her is our father Cain. You really do resemble him. Both have that same chin and nose, but you definitely got our mother's eyes. Come on, let's go sit down. Mom, Dad, we're here.
Hey there, kiddo. Good to see you. How's work going?
Fine. Had another patient come in after getting hit by a bus. Lots of internal bleeding, but I'm happy to report that she'll make a full recovery.
That's my girl.
Is this him?
Yes, it is. Mom, Dad, I finally found him. Your son, my brother.
Well, you certainly do look like you could be a part of our family, humanity aside.
Father, I told you before that I performed a DNA test. He is part of our family.
Lacie, we may share blood, but that's all we share.
Mom, please, you promised that you'd give this a real try.
I showed up, didn't I? I figured that's enough of an effort.
Come on, Kelly. Let's just give this a shot. You may have more in common with your son than you realize.
He's not my son.
Have you both ordered yet?
Yes we have. Your mother and I will be sharing the 2-for-1 special.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
So you own and run your own repair shop? That's quite impressive. Has business been good? Ah, yes. I would imagine you'd be a little distracted. What, with finding your life mate and the whole Harvest Moon Killer fiasco to deal with?
Yes, Lacie told us what happened. I'm sorry you had to endure such a terrifying experience.
Thank Leonis that you and Olivia made it out of that situation alive. And you two are going to adore Liv. We'll be sure to bring her with us next time so you both
Lacie, honey, this isn't going to happen again.
What?
Kelly? Darling, I thought we agreed to discuss this later, at home.
Well, I don't see the point in getting their hopes up. I'm not changing my mind about this.
Mom, what are you trying to say?
Look, young man, you seem like a very nice boy, and I am so sorry that you had to discover all this information so suddenly, especially when you already had so much going on at the time. But the fact of the matter is, you are not, nor will you ever be, my son.
Mom!
Kelly, surely you could have said that a bit more gently?
No, I will not be bullied into forgetting the child I lost. You two may be fine with replacing our Josh with this human, but I am not.
That's not fair, Kelly. We all lost Josh that day, not just you.
And yet I seem to be the only one in this damn family who's trying to keep his memory alive.
How dare you! On the day we lost Josh, I learned that not only was I not a match to the person I thought was my brother, but I learned that I had another one out there somewhere. I have felt like I had lost 2 brothers that day instead of 1. You know, you were the only one who didn't seem upset by the fact that your child was swapped at birth. Did you know that he was purposely swapped with Josh? Because Josh's birth parents didn't want a lycanbeast?
Well, I can kind of understand where they're coming from.
Mom!
Lacie, Juliana Wolfhart, don't you dare raise your voice at your mother. Now, I'm sorry. I know you wanted this little get-together to go a different way, but you can't expect me to just throw away the memory of my little Josh just because you found someone who shares our blood. Young man, I am truly very sorry, but you're nothing more than a stranger, and I just can't force myself to call you anything else.
Wait, come back!
Leave him be, Lacie. He's not one of us.
One of us? Wow. You know, Mom, I always knew you were many things, but I never pegged you as a racist.
Lacie!
I am so sorry. I never imagined our mother would... You're right. No, you're totally right. She's not your mother. She never was. I'll take you home.
I'm in the kitchen, babe. How'd the lunch go? Babe? Baby? Why are you crying? Come sit down and tell me what happened. What? Your mother wouldn't even give you the time of day. And just because you look human? Oh, why, if I were there? How can I not worry about it when you're clearly so upset? My fur is on end and I just want to tear something. Baby, why do you look so terrified? You've been having nightmares. You're still thinking about that night, aren't you? You're thinking about her. I know saying this won't help anything, but Veronica is dead. She can't hurt us anymore. Wait, what? You've been having nightmares about me? About my moon madness? And how scary I was? Oh my goddess. Baby, I am so sorry. Here I am coming home every day talking about how my therapy is going, and yet I never once thought of the possibility of you needing it. Of us needing it together. I mean, you saw me in a state I never wanted you to see. And now you're so scared of me that I can't even growl anymore without you shaking. I am so sorry that you felt like you've had to walk on eggshells around me. I just don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what the right action to take is. Yeah, I guess it is a bit hard to move on from everything when everyone is whispering behind our backs. I'm constantly getting stopped in the streets and thanked for killing the Harvest Moon Killer. But then I go into the Cain Cafe and it's just silence. So many people only remember the serial killer. But they don't want to remember that Veronica was just a very sick woman who was too afraid to ask for help. Yeah, I remember us talking about going on a trip to try and get our minds off the whole thing. No, you're right. I don't think things will change, even if we did leave for a while. Are you saying we should cancel our trip? What? You want to move away from the city? You mean to the next town over? You want to move where? Baby, I may sound like it, but I've never been to Australia in my life. And besides, all of our family is here in the States. My parents, brothers, their families, my nieces and nephews, and even my Aunt Matilda. And what about you? You've just found Lacie. Do you seriously want to move so far away? Babe, as much as I agree that a new start is just what we need, isn't Australia a little out of our price range? I mean, think about it. We'll have to get our passports, apply for citizenship, move all of our belongings overseas, get settled, find new jobs. And what about your repair shop? What will you do with that? I'm sorry, babe, but I don't think we can afford a trip like that. Huh? What do you mean you have enough money to move us overseas yourself? Baby, just how much money have you saved up? 2 million? How the hell were you able to save that much? Wait, so it was your parents' money? They set it aside for your business, but you wanted to prove that you could make it on your own. So you just set it in a savings account? And it's just been sitting there collecting interest for 15 years? Oh my goddess. My mate is a millionaire? Thank Leonis I'm sitting down because I feel like I'm going to faint. What? Don't be silly. Of course this doesn't change the way I feel about you. I'd love you even if you had nothing but the clothes on your back. I'm sorry I reacted the way I did. Thank you for understanding. So, you really want to do this? Move to Australia and start our lives completely over from scratch? Well, all right then. I'll just use the rest of my vacation days at the station to help you prepare for the move. Oh, and what about your shop? Well, that makes sense. Selling the business might be a bit easier than trying to run it from our new home overseas. This'll be really hard to break to my parents, though. And I don't know how you'll explain this to Lacie. No, you're right. We need to think about ourselves and not how everyone else will react. This'll be good for us. And I honestly think that our families will understand. Come here, babe. Just hold me for a moment. We're really doing this. We're going to move to Australia and start a new life together. Honestly, I can't wait for this new adventure. And I am so happy I'll be experiencing it with you.